Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jomo Show, and welcome to a little bit of a new style of a video here. Obviously, as you can tell by your screen right now, we're going to be discussing what I would change about the MLB. And I'm kind of doing this accidentally on like the best day possible because it's March 10th, and today the MLB agreed to, have a season today, and they made some rule changes. Um, I think all for this season, there's a couple that will be voted on in the next 45 days for the 2023 season. So yeah, kind of a perfect day on accident when I'm doing this. But yeah, these are my takes. I'm sticking with just like the rules of the games. I'm not going into like the financial stuff. There's one draft thing that was new that I put on here, but yeah, there were certain things with like players going into the minor leagues too many times. I'm not going into that. I guess like the politics of baseball, I'm not getting into that. I'm strictly just doing the rules of the games. And yeah, just games in general. So yeah, first slide here is the new changes that were made today. And I'm gonna say, whether I like it or not. So up top, we have 12-team playoff. I think this is one that you can't really judge until it happens, but I'm down for more of the important games. Okay. And also, I should say at the front, I used to be a really big MLB fan, but as I got older, it just kind of slowly got more and more boring. So these are the rules that I think would help me get back into the game. But yeah, 12-team playoff, I feel like we can't really judge this one yet until we see how it plays out. But yeah, NLDH. I'm not really a big fan of the DH at all. I don't think NL or AL should have it, but I guess home runs give you more money. But I enjoy seeing pitchers try to go swing the bat a few times, so I'm not really a big fan of the NLDH rule. Regular extra innings. Now, before the new rules came out, this was on my list of things I would want to change. The old extra innings rule was you like start with a player on second base. That was stupid. Like every inning, dumb. Glad they changed that back. And they're done with the 7-inning doubleheaders. 7-inning doubleheaders were also a dumb change. Glad they're going back to 9-inning doubleheaders. And I'm assuming that it's just going to be played out like a normal game. Like, it's not just 9 innings. I'm sure they go to like extra innings and stuff. And the draft lottery. This is probably my favorite change because this will avoid teams tanking because it works like the NBA now. So basically, the worst record team just like is not going to work like the NFL draft anymore, where the worst record team gets first pick. It'll be I guess, all the teams that didn't make the playoffs, maybe. I don't know how they're doing it, but that's how the NBA works. All teams that don't make the playoffs go into a lottery, and then it's a random pick for who gets which pick. So I guess what with 12, what would it be? Is there 30 teams? So 18-team lottery. I'm down with that. It's another good thing that they can put on TV. And now in 2023, we have the pitch clock, which I'm a very, very big advocate for. You'll see that later on in the video. The ban on shifts, I'm 50-50 on shifts. I see why people don't like it. I see why people do like it. I guess, shifting takes time, so it would just make the game quicker. But I also think like these big hunks can just hit the ball the other way. I understand that, pitchers don't really allow them with the pitch location, but figure it out. And then larger bases. I'm not really a big fan of this. I mean, you're just like, making sure. I'm assuming when they say larger bases, I'm assuming like the distance between the bases. I don't really know. Because, it wouldn't make sense to just make the bag itself big. I'm assuming the distance between them. I don't like this idea because I like stealing. And that's kind of just going to take that out of the game if they make them too big. So I'm not really big on that. Now, let's get into some of the changes that I want to see. Now, we're probably starting off pretty hot. Probably. Cut the games in half. In my opinion, some of the best time to watch baseball is when there are games at the end of the regular season where it's like, oh, crap, we have to win this game. It's win or go home. You see most emotion come out of those games. See all the players get hyped up. I think with 162 games, there's just too many games where the teams are just like, well, it's okay. We have 161 other games that we can win. With 81 games, just like similar to like NFL, every game matters. With 81 games, essentially nearly every game would matter. And plus, with 81 games, you don't have to play an outside sport in the freezing cold. That is one of the most idiotic things in the world. Like the Super Bowl is played either in a dome or a warm place because you want to see the best abilities showcased. Baseball's like, throw them. Let's go to Chicago in October and have John Lester blowing snot out of his nose. That is idiotic. Get the best players playing in the best conditions for what's supposed to be the best baseball at that time. And the simple way you can do that is cut the games in half. Players will be more healthy. Competition would be, and you'll play in good weather for the most important games of the season. You'll have more stars toward the end of the season too. I don't understand. I understand it's a money thing. That's why they want to play 162 games. Idiotic. Idiotic, in my opinion. 81 games is fine. Obviously, you don't have to do exactly 81. It just looks better on the screen. Find a good amount to where you're still playing your division. A nice amount. Play another, like a opposite league division. Just figure out an amount. That's not over 100. That's just idiotic. Next. No more mound visits. This might be the one that I'm most passionate about. You have a adult that is standing on the mound. You don't need a freaking little mound visit pep talk for him to face big country coming up. Like, that's for little leaguers. I understand you're trying to stall for the bullpen. It just takes too much time. You don't need it. You already know what you're going to do, right? You're a professional baseball player. You know what you're supposed to pitch against the certain players. Quit the stalling crap. That's what makes games 3.5 hours, 4 hours long sometimes. We don't need that. They're grown men. They know what pitches to throw. Yeah, we don't need mound visits. The only mound visit is first switch. I guess you can still have another one that I don't have on this list is the freaking managers wearing the jersey. You're a 50-year-old man. Get out of a baseball jersey. But yeah, no more mound visits. Takes too long. It's childlike. Just get rid of them. Figure out what you're going to throw before the game. I know it's situational, and that's why you have the catcher there to help you out to figure out which pitch to throw. No more mound visits. Next. Add delay of game penalties. So this would either be batters, walking up to the plate, or after pitches, taking long to get back in the box, and taking time, I guess. That goes for batting and pitchers. And then pitchers, that's, doing the old Greg Kimbrell, just looking in at the catcher for like 20 seconds. And you might be saying, Jomo, what penalties would you add for this? Well, I'll tell you. Add a ball or strike. So if you're a batter taking too long, you have a strike added to the count. If you're a pitcher that takes too long, you have a ball added to the count. Tough love. But guess what? That's what's going to get it out of the game. Because that's another thing that makes the game take too long. And that's kind of what the pitch count is for, or the pitcher count. But even if they have that, I don't think they're going to really follow it, because there's not going to be a penalty for it. So I like the idea of just adding a penalty. No money, just be in-game penalty. Because when you go back to the dugout, you look pretty stupid if you got struck out because you were fixing your batting gloves too long. So I like the idea of adding a delay of game penalty. I put that in quotes. I would figure out a better name for that. Allow fighting. It's probably another hot topic. Now, I want to clarify that the fighting that's happening on the screen, not that type of fighting. I just put that one on there because it's the most memorable fight. I'm talking about when a pitcher beams a batter on purpose. I think allowing the batter to go out there and have just a nice little brawl with him, I think that takes that out of the game. Because that is way too dangerous to be heaving a baseball 100 miles an hour at a dude's head. I think the way to get rid of that is to get in a little tussle with the batter that you almost try to decapitate. Now, obviously, it's going to be tough to kind of figure out if it was, on purpose. But most of the scenarios, it's pretty darn obvious. It's usually a rivalry. Usually the other team hit your batter. So yeah, it's usually obvious. And if the umps are like, see, why not? Let the batter go teach them business. Or the pitcher might win in some cases. But yeah, just allow it. It'll be fun. I understand it's not good for kids to watch, but so what? You already saw this one. Shorter break time. We don't need these guys running around the field. All right. Between innings, we can just go. I like the guy on the left. I don't know what his name is, but out of the bullpen, sprinting straight to the mound. We need more of that. Or just get the golf cart out. Drive him up to the mound. Let's just keep the game going. We don't need 2-minute commercial breaks every time. I mean, does it really take that long I understand outfielders may take a little while, but let's get the game rolling. All right, we don't need mascots running around the field. It's a good time. But we just don't need that. I'm thinking optimal, best case scenario of getting the game shorter. We need more efficiency, less break time. And then finally, we have the new extra innings rule. You might be looking at that. That guy doesn't have I don't think that's during a real game. It's not during a real game. This is Pete Alonso winning the home run derby. See where I'm going with this? Imagine you're trying to stay up late night to watch your favorite team in extra innings. And you're just about to fall asleep. Oh God, I have to make it through this game. I've already watched like 5 hours. We're going into the 15th, 16th, 17th inning. Once we hit, I guess we can hit, 20th. the 20th extra inning, you can figure out what inning number you want. So I was thinking 18 might make sense because it would be like 2 full games. So I guess technically like the 19th inning, we take the one team's best slugger versus the other team's best slugger. And the away team would go first, and they have 1 minute to just basically take BP, any bombs they can hit. We're not doing the whole wait until the ball hits the ground. No, we're just throw, bang, throw, bang, throw, bang. A little mini home run derby. They each get 1 minute to hit. And whoever hits most home runs wins that game. So then, that's where like the DH people might come in hand, who might not be good at fielding, but they can hit bombs. So I think that would be a very good way to end the game. And that would make fans want to like stay, you know? Because after like 5 extra innings, you're like, all right, guys. It's like 2 a.m. Let's get this game on the road. So maybe after the 18th inning, we would have played essentially 2 full baseball games. Do a little home run derby. 1 minute each. Whoever hits the most bombs wins the game. And I'm pretty certain that is what I would like to change about the MLB. And that would get me back to watching the MLB more regularly. Because, it is a great sport. But the fact that, Game 7 of the World Series isn't one of the, should be like a top 3 most viewed sporting event in the United States. There should be the Super Bowl, either the last game or Game 7 of the NBA Finals, or, NHL is in there too, and then World Series finishing game, usually Game 7. That should be the 4 highest viewed games. And that's just not the case. MLB is just kind of slacking behind. I forgot what the stat was, but I think like a Monday night football game had more viewers than a World Series game at one point. And that's just pathetic. So yeah, if you're watching this, old Robbie Manfred or whatever your name is, make the game better. Because this is supposed to be America's sport, and it's just getting taken over. It's getting taken over. I'm sick of it. Putting my foot down. I'm obviously not going on strike, but I'll be honest, I really haven't watched, unless my team, the Cardinals, are on in the playoffs. I'll watch them, but if there's random teams in the World Series, I'm usually not watching it. Let's just make the games quicker, make it more exciting. Let's see what we can do with this little league. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this brand new, not really segment, but just different type of video. If you made it this far, please like this video to see if you might want me to do this about another sport, potentially. Maybe go down in the comments, maybe tell me what you disagree with. I understand that, maybe the fighting one is probably a disagreement because it's kind of, not very smart when you really think about it, but spice things up. And maybe tell me a rule that I didn't think of that you would like to see implemented. Yeah. Until I see you guys again, hope you guys enjoy baseball finally coming back after I think a 99-day strike or whatever they called it. Hope you guys enjoy, hopefully in the future, playoff baseball. And what would it be? Like August? maybe. I don't even know when it would be if you got the season short. I hope playoff baseball happens in warmer weather. Let's just say that. So until I see you guys again,